Hello, welcome to Learning English with Movies. In this video, we will talk about the movie Scarface. Scarface is a 1983 crime drama directed by Brian De Palma and written by Oliver Stone. It stars Al Pacino, Stephen Bauer, Michelle Pfeiffer, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, and Robert Loggia. De Palma is an acclaimed American writer-director most famous for directing Hollywood blockbusters such as Carrie, The Untouchables, and Mission Impossible. Hoping to repeat the success of Scarface, De Palma would also reteam with Al Pacino for the crime drama Carlito's Way. De Palma is also best known for his suspenseful psychological thrillers including Blowout, Dressed to Kill, and Body Double. Oliver Stone is an award-winning writer-director whose breakout Vietnam War drama Platoon brought him international acclaim. Stone also worked on critically acclaimed films such as Born on the 4th of July, JFK, and Wall Street. Scarface is the remake of the 1932 crime drama directed by Howard Hawks. Al Pacino was such a fan of the film that he and his producer partner decided to develop the project. Acclaimed director Sidney Lumet was originally hired to direct the film, but was later replaced by De Palma. The original film centered on Italian-American gangsters inspired by Chicago mobster Al Capone. For the remake, Stone decided to move the setting to 1980s Miami and change Chicago gangster Tony Camonte to ambitious Cuban immigrant Tony Montana. The main story elements of the original film remain, while at the same time exploring the life of Cuban refugees and drug trafficking in 1980s Miami. Despite the criticisms of the negative portrayal of Cuban immigrants, the film has become a cult favorite, especially in the hip-hop community. Not surprisingly, the film has influenced all of pop culture, including music, fashion, comics, and even video games, and is considered one of the best crime dramas of all time. Another remake of Scarface has been in development for many years, and directors such as Training Day's Antoine Fuqua was attached to direct. Unfortunately, in 2020, Fuqua left the project and was replaced by Italian director Luca Guadagnino. The screenplay is being written by the Coen brothers, rumored to be focused on American immigrants and the drug cartels. The plot of Scarface deals with the life of Cuban immigrant Tony Montana. After arriving in Miami on a boat, he is sent to a refugee camp where he waits to be processed by immigration. After murdering a Cuban general at the orders of a Miami drug lord, Tony and his friends are given green cards and are released from the camp. They start working for Frank Lopez as dishwashers until they are given an important drug deal job. After the deal goes terribly wrong, Tony manages to kill the drug dealers and recovers the drugs and the money. Tony delivers the drugs to Frank personally, and he is smitten by Elvira, Frank's trophy wife. As Tony moves up in the ranks, he also manages to reunite with his mother and his sister Gina. Manny, Tony's best friend and right-hand man, is immediately attracted to Gina, but he's warned to stay away. After making an unauthorized deal with a Bolivian drug kingpin, Alejandro Sosa, Tony and Frank have a falling out. As a result, Frank sends hitmen to Tony's favorite nightclub to kill him, but fail in the attempt. Tony confronts Frank and orders Manny to kill him after confessing to the assassination attempt. With his former boss out of the way, Tony marries Elvira and develops a successful business relationship with Sosa. While Tony's drug business thrives, his personal life slowly deteriorates. One night, after a drunken fight at an upscale restaurant, Elvira decides to leave Tony. Sosa sends Tony to New York to kill an activist planning to expose their drug operation. However, Tony refuses after seeing him with his family. Tony returns home and finds that Manny has slept with Gina. Burning with anger and jealousy, Tony kills Manny only to discover that they were newlyweds. Devastated by this, he takes Gina back to his mansion where he decides to go on a drug binge. A heartbroken Gina confronts Tony and tries to kill him, just as Sosa's assassins swarm Tony's mansion. Tony, fueled by rage and the effects of cocaine, fights the army of assassins, killing many of them. However, he is quickly outnumbered and killed by a shotgun blast on the back. Tony's dead body falls down into the fountain, in front of a statue with the inscription, "The world is yours." Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.